everyone, I'm Trainer Isabel and welcome back to Young Engineers. This is lesson 7 of our 10-part series where we learn about science, technology, engineering, mathematics in a cool, fun and exciting manner. Let's recap what we learned in lesson 6. In lesson 6, we covered what is angular momentum. We also learned about gear ratio and what is speed increasing transmission. Right now, let's congratulate our friends for winning the Best Model Award last lesson. Good job, guys! Now, let's move on to our class proper. In today's class, we're going to talk about baking, mixing, cakes, cupcakes, cookies. Have you done these projects before? Especially right now with our stay-at-home rules? It's a perfect opportunity to learn how to bake a cake. Well then, what goes into the mixture of the cake? Eggs, flour, chocolate, butter, you name it. All these are the part of the mixture. Now that you have put all the mixture into the cake, you need it to be mixed. What do you use to mix the mixture? We use a kitchen appliance called mixer to beat and mix the mixture evenly. Once done, we'll make it into a batter. And after that, we'll pour it and bring it to the oven to cook. So today, the appliance that we are talking about is mixer. We're going to learn how the mixer works, how it makes baking cakes more efficient than hand whisking it. The hand mixer or mixer make use of something called compound gears. To learn about compound gears, first we need to know what is compound gear ratio. As you can see in this slide, you see something familiar from last lesson. Gear ratio. Remember the big driving gear and the small driven gear? Now look at this onto the other diagram. You see that the axle, the black axle, links the first set of gears, gears A, to gears B. The axle intersect at the big gear of gears B and the small gears of gears A. What happens is this. When you plug in a motor into gear A, the speed transmission into the small gear in gear A will be transmitted through the axle to gear B's big gear. And in result, it will move gear B's small gear a lot faster. Let's take this formula below. So, we take the ratio, gear ratio of gears A, is also equals to the gear ratios of gears B. So that makes 3. But we want to find out what is the gear ratio of the small gear in gears B. So we multiply them together. You'll notice that is 3 times 3, 9. So while in gear A, the small gear turns 3 times, resulting in the big gear of gear B to also turn 3 times. So when it moves to the small gear of gear B, it's 3 times 3. The small gear doubles to be 9 times. Now that we have kind of understood what is compound ratio, let's watch this video to see it in action. this video how the compounded gear ratio caused the wheel to spin even faster than before. That's how a mixer utilizes compound gear ratio to mix our mixture. So right now, let's move on to models. Go to building sheet, download mixer. Follow the steps to create your own mixer. The steps in red are enhancements. You do not need to do them if you do not have the time. Now before we start building, let's once again recap our 4 rules. Our first rule is, only use the parts in your kit. Our second rule is, always count. Our third rule is, colors do not matter, unless they are pins. And our fourth rule is, always be prepared for class. Now that we recap our rules and we have the building sheet, let's start building. Have you created your mixer? Have you built your mixer? Right now, let's do an experiment. Let's test out your mixer. Try this. Take salt and pepper and pour it into a bowl. Use that mixer that you just built and mix those two things together. You can also do the same for green beans and red beans, and even nuts. A word of warning: do not use the mixer to mix any liquid items. If you do that, the motor will spoil. Once again, do not use the mixer on any liquid items. Your motor will spoil. Now on a lighter note, a mixer is not a massage machine. So do not follow what the dashout did in pets. It's no massage machine. We come to the end of lesson 7. I hope you learned something new about compound gear ratio, and I hope you can try it out. Once again, upload your videos of your mixer and how it mixes the dry ingredients into the assessment box on Seesaw. I'll see you next lesson. Goodbye!